Chrissy G here. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful and blessed week thus far. Today, I just want to ask you one question. What are your words costing you? What are your words costing you? Review your budget, so to speak. And we know that when we speak, we're either making a withdrawal or deposit. So what are your words costing you in your bank? Are you speaking life? Are you pouring into yourself positive things so that you can retrieve positive things from the atmosphere and from God? Or are you speaking death and you're bringing into fruition the negative things that you think may happen, that you are afraid of that could happen? Or are you beating yourself up? I'll give you an example. So this week, I was talking to a lady at the library about my son. And I told her, nobody told me that the terrible twos start early. And she enlightened me. And I'm like, wow, you know, for somebody who's perpetually positive like me, it's kind of funny that I didn't think about it that way. But she says that when you speak things, it tends to become that way, right? So when you say, oh, my child is going through the terrible twos or threes or fours, that's the atmosphere that you're building for yourself. That's what's going to happen around you because you are speaking those things into existence. But she said instead she tries to say, my child is going through the terrific twos. These are going to be amazing years. Why? Because children grow and they learn, and as a result of learning and finding boundaries and, you know, overcoming obstacles, there's going to be frustration there. There's going to be a time when they get frustrated and, you know, as a child you throw tantrums. More like adults. When we're growing and we're learning and we're, you know, finding out our boundaries and trying to overcome obstacles, there are going to be difficult times and we're going to get frustrated and we're going to, in a sense, throw adult-like tantrums. And for some adults, still childlike tantrums. But watch your words, because in those moments of frustration, your words cost you. When you give up and you say, I can't do this anymore. This isn't working out. I am failing. I am not enough. I am not good enough. I'm just not making it. I can't do it like those people out there. I am not able to compete with what's going on out there in the world. You are speaking into existence things that God has not ordained for your life. Your words cost you. But when you instead evaluate what is making me frustrated right now, what is it that I'm trying to achieve that just seems so out of reach, and how can I break that down into steps so that I reach my goal? How can I pour into myself positivity? How can I convince myself that I am good enough? How can I make myself feel worthy, because God has already said that I am worthy and that I am able to do everything, because with Christ all things are possible, right? So instead of being negative and detrimental and speaking death over my life and over a situation, I'm now choosing to speak life and to say, I can do this. This is just a bump in the road, but guess what? I can overcome it like I've overcome every other bump in the road that I've had to endure, right? So just like my child, he is not going through the terrible twos. No, he's going through the terrific twos. So you are not going through a terrible season. No, you're going through a terrific season. Why? Because you are moving forward and it is building within you an endurance and a strength that you probably never knew you had. So be mindful of the words that you speak, because you can end up writing a check with your mouth that your reality isn't prepared to cash. Okay? Catch that. Don't write a check with your mouth that your reality isn't prepared to cash and to pay out dividends on, okay? So if you don't want your life to reflect the negative words in which you have been speaking or which other people have been speaking over you and you have invested in, it's time to cut the cord. It's time to block out the noise and focus on speaking life. Saying the things that bring you joy. Saying the things that build you up. Saying the things that can help you get from point A to point B. Let your words and your actions match the reality that you're trying to build for yourself. Don't sow seeds of negativity in your life. Don't sow seeds of hatred. Don't sow seeds of unforgiveness, of anguish. of failure, of fear. Don't allow fear and disappointment to rule over your mentality to the point where it's costing you. That you withdraw so much from your bank that you end up in the negative with insufficient funds. Instead, choose to speak life. Choose to be happy. Choose to not allow yourself to be reduced by the things that are happening to you. Choose to not allow other people to dictate how you move in this world and in your life. Choose to operate in a manner that is pleasing to God and that is beneficial to you. Speak life. What are your words costing you? I need you to evaluate that and go through the motions now on fixing it and altering it, because it's not going to happen overnight. It's something that you have to do every single day. Because look at me, Positive Christy, and I'm sitting here saying that my son is going through the terrible twos. That's negativity. That's not speaking life over my child. I tell him he's amazing all the time. I tell him that he is smart and that he's a good boy, but I'm telling everybody else, oh, he's going through the terrible twos and he's throwing tantrums. But if I stop to evaluate my words, what am I speaking over him? If you stop to evaluate your words, what are you speaking over your own life? You're not going through a terrible season. You're going through a terrific season that's going to work out for your good because you are a child of God. What are your words costing you? Think about it.